The example of the apostles when Christ calls them sets before us a number of examples, patterns. The first is their example in the way that they abandon everything. There they are on their ships, fishermen, working with their family and friends. When Christ calls them to follow him, they abandon it all, their incomes, their family, their connections. Their example sets before us the question, is there anything that we cling to? Anything that we are willing to allow to prevent us from following Christ? Not just things of the world, but inwardly. What do we cling to inwardly that we need to abandon? What holds us back? Sometimes we can look forward to the blessings of God. We can strengthen ourselves and say, yes, I can let go of this because I know what's to come. But the apostles, they knew nothing of the crucifixion and the resurrection. And yet in faith, they followed Christ. They abandoned everything. We mustn't allow our insecurities, our psychology, our worldly concerns to convince us that we're not being wise, that we're not being sensible. And the example of the apostles also is a reminder of their martyrdom. All but John were martyred. They were willing to abandon everything to follow Christ, including their lives. Their physical lives were laid down, abandoned, in order that they could follow Christ. We're called to practice a kind of daily living martyrdom. If we can't abandon such simple, superficial, worldly things, what hope can we have that, if called, we would be willing to lay down our lives? But we should be comforted. We have Pentecost, we have the outpouring of the Holy Spirit. We no longer just act in the strength of our own faith. We act with the support, the encouragement, the power of the Holy Spirit. So let all of us recognize the full blessing of being a disciple of Christ. And let us abandon everything that would prevent us from truly being his followers.